Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Lead Like a CEO show. It is Friday. We're usually here on Wednesday, but a lot is going on. So come on in, say hello. Happy Friday. Let me know how your week has been. I understand the ebbs and flow of your emotions. So come on in. Um, but we're here today. It's a new day, new beginnings. Hopefully, you are inspired to take action because I am inspired. So come on in. Happy Friday. And today we are talking about gatekeeping. So I want to definitely talk about this topic because I've seen it in my own experience being in the military, but also I'm seeing it here as a business owner when it comes to trying to get into spaces and create opportunities for myself as a business owner, and how gatekeeping is, how it impacts you as a business owner, but also your counterparts as well too. And people feel like they have to gatekeep certain things. So come on in. Let me know that you can hear me by saying hello before I dive into my conversation today on this beautiful Friday. Come on in. Let me make sure, because I don't want to continue, but I am praying that you can hear me. I believe that you can hear me. I'm here on LinkedIn, which is my main platform. Also, you can catch me on Facebook and my YouTube channel, Shevvy Mac Lead Like a CEO, to check out this episode, but also past episodes and future episodes as well. But come on in. So today I'm going to get started. So I'm not here too long. I'm kind of late already because I just came off a call with a rep from the Department of Energy, looking to how I can tap into their space to do business with them when it comes to training and development. So great information. So shout out to James, who was great at showcasing their capabilities and not gatekeeping, because he was very informative, y'all, like very detailed, like really a lot of takeaways from that our conversation. So this is what it's all about when it comes to bringing in other individuals and supporting other individuals. Is not about gatekeeping. It's really looking at what resources that you have and really giving that person the resources that they need or they would like to have, and you helping them to get to the next level, or giving them the resource and let them go work that resource, and so forth. But welcome to another live of the Lead Like a CEO show. I'm your host, Shevvy. If you're new here, welcome. I am a retired Air Force veteran after 22 plus years of serving in United States Air Force. And let's make sure you can hear me. Let me double check something, make sure, because I don't want to spend the next 30 minutes chatting. And then, okay, perfect. You can hear, I have to double check, y'all. So like I was saying, friend, I am a retired Air Force veteran after 22 plus years of serving the United States Air Force. I definitely enjoy my career, and I've done so many different things, from operations in the food service, hospitality, training, development of folks, facilitating, coaching, mortuary technician. So I bring a lot of expertise, but my passion is truly the development of people and supporting businesses and organization to really optimize how they lead, how they develop their folks in the sense of increasing their performance and how they thrive. When I say thrive, I mean I'm looking at the overall culture. So I am really tapped into supporting mission-driven businesses and organizations who are looking to elevate their leadership skills, increase their team performance, and also create a thriving culture to increase growth. So welcome to the show. And today I want to talk about gatekeeping, and I'm going to share, why we're talking about gatekeeping and how it affects you as a individual, as a business owner, and also how gatekeeping impacts your business if you are the person who are doing the gatekeeping. So welcome. Let me know where you're joining me from. I see one guest viewing. So welcome. All right, let me make sure. Yeah. So first of all, what is gatekeeping? All right, this is the art of the individual looking to control the information, the resources, the processes that they have in their space, and they feel like, or they believe that they need to be the only person to have X, Y, and Z. And now everyone must come to them, must come to him, must come to her to get what they need. Okay. And being in the military, I've experienced individuals gatekeeping. As a business owner, I've definitely experienced, because I've reached out to individuals. And again, when I'm reaching out, I'm not asking for anything, no money. I'm just like, hey, do you have resource in a sense of connection, or maybe X, Y, and Z, and let me do the work. But some people feel like maybe because they're in a position of power that they have the right to gatekeep. And hey, if that's what they believe, or you believe, that is your thing. But for me, long term, that is not going to serve you well. I am that person. If I have the resources, and this is what I did in the military, if I had the resources for someone to say, hey, Sergeant Mac, we need, X, Y, and Z, or I'm looking for X, Y, and Z. If I didn't have the resources, guess what? I figured out exactly who had the resource or the connection that that person needed, and I passed that information on to that person. I'll give you all a quick example before I go into how this is actually affecting you. When I was still on active duty last year, because I just retired last year, we had a class, and this individual was getting ready. She was a major, and she was getting ready to deploy overseas. And while she was in training, she still needed to complete a specific training. And I could have been like, well, I can help you, but that is not me. That is not my personality. That is not how I do things. I said, this individual, this officer mentioned, hey, I'm looking to get this specific training because I need it. And by the time I get back home, I'm going to be rushing. So I'm looking at how can I help this person meet the needs of completing this training while she is here. And when she gets, so that when she gets back to her place of, of home where she lives, that she can focus on getting the extra stuff and be able to deploy and be mission ready. Because again, as a great leader, this is what you do. You don't gatekeep things. And what I did, I reached out to the person who works in that specific department of training that she needed. I connected them. She was able to complete the training and was able to check that box and say, hey, I was able to complete this training so that I can be mission ready. And this is so important for us as business owners. Like when it comes to gatekeeping, ask yourself, like, how is this truly serving you? Maybe it's serving your ego and you love that, but how is that serving your people? So I'm going to share some things, how it shows up when it comes to gatekeeping. It can show up with an individual. It can show up with processes like I shared. Maybe you have a specific process of how to do things which save time and money, but you're holding on to that because you don't want to pass it on to a different, another organization or a different department that is still within your business or within your organization. Like I said, department or maybe an agency as well too. It shows up in different ways, different entities, and also people. How is it affecting you as a business? One, delayed decision making. So if you are the CEO of your business and nothing can be done without you being the final decision, then we have a problem, friend. This will delay decision making for your business growth, which impacts your growth. Because if you cannot make that decision, because you're everyone has to come to you to make that decision or to get that final yes, then that's bottleneck. You're gatekeeping. Empower your people so that they can make decision on your behalf. That is the goal of a CEO, to have that trust in himself, in herself, to know that, hey, I don't have to be the one making all of the decisions in my business. Because if you're looking for growth, it is not going to happen if you are the only one making all of the decisions. Yesterday, I went to the Apex conference and I met quite a few individuals, a lot of different business owners, and I was having a conversation with a business owner. And one thing I usually ask business owners, like, hey, what is the one thing that you would love to do and spend more time on? And this individual answered, I would love to spend more time doing being creative. I've built a business. I've been in business for X amount of years, but I want to spend more time because it's a lot running a business. It's a lot managing people. And he's ready to bring in a CEO to take over the responsibility. That is an example of not gatekeeping, being able to like, hey, I need other people to come in here and take off some of this load. I need people to come in here to make decisions on behalf of the company. I don't want to be the one to make the decision, all of the decisions all the time. So it is showing up if you are if decisions are delayed because of you, because nothing cannot move because of you. And I've seen this in the military, and I've seen this with entrepreneurs who are saying X, Y, and Z, or maybe someone from an agency saying, well, we do X, Y, and Z, but there's no movement going on. Okay. So that's one way how that is showing up. Another way of how you're gatekeeping is because there's biases, but also favoritism. You are showing favoritism to specific individuals. So maybe you have a team of X amount of individuals, but you are given the opportunity to a specific group or type of individuals consistently. And then you still have this team who are like, hey, I'm looking for opportunities. I'm looking for growth in this company. I'm looking for growth in this organization, but they can't move forward because someone, whether that's you, gatekeeping, or someone within your team is getting all the resources and not the whole team as well too. So these are examples of how this shows up and how it affects your business. Also, autonomy is not there. Autonomy of your team to be able to make decisions, like I said, on your behalf, to be able to be creative, to be innovative, because they know, like, well, if I try to do X, Y, and Z, I can't because, I have to go through Jim or Pam or whomever to even start the process. They don't have that freedom to just say, hey, you know what, I had this great idea. Here's the plan. What are your thoughts? They have to go through you to even move forward on that initial idea. So, which again, if it's growth you're looking for as a company, which I believe you are, you have to look at how this is impacting your business, how this is impacting your organization by continuing to gatekeep. All right. So that's part of the business side of things, gatekeeping. And that is something, like I said before, I don't care to gatekeep. If you want to know something and I have the resources, guess what? You're going to get it. If you're my client and you want this, if I have additional resources to support you, guess what? You're going to get it. And if you look at my Google review, my last client, she shared how, I went above and beyond, because for me, I want to make sure that when I'm serving you, you have what you need. I'm not going to gatekeep, because guess what? It's not serving me. Because when we are gatekeeping, it impacts not only your business, it impacts your personal life as well too. Like I said, I talked about decisions are delayed because now I have to come to you as my CEO or my boss to let me know whether or not I can make this decision, which by doing that, it is impacting your quality of life, which brings on additional stress and anxiety, because now you're not holding just your role and all the decision that you have to make in your role as a business owner or the organizational leader. Now you're looking at all the people that you are overseeing, their decisions, because they cannot make a decision without you. So think about how much mental stress that you are putting on yourself because you want to gatekeep. You want to hold on to the thing. And maybe you're like, well, this is my business, Shevvy. This is my baby. Well, guess what? When we birth a child as a woman or create something new, it expands, it grows. And if you're looking to grow your company, then you need to understand the importance of empowering yourself to release that that feel of like you have to be the person to make all of the decision. Because right now, if you are doing that, there's a lack of trust in yourself and your ability to lead others and lead yourself. And I'm just going to say plain as is, okay? You lack the ability to trust yourself as the leader. Because if you're looking for growth, you build your company because there was a purpose, you had a passion, and you had a vision. Now you're stifling that vision because you feel like maybe stuff is just expanded too much. You need to bring it back in, so you need to control all the things. Maybe you've been burnt by other people. But if you allow those experiences to keep you in this tight hole of like, I have to be the one to make all the decisions, then you are going to not only stunt your growth as a business owner, but also the quality of life that you have as a individual. All right, so increase in stress and anxiety. Also, think about the strain that it has on your personal relationships. Because if you're married and you are in that business 24/7, your significant other is looking at you like, here we go again. Here we go again. Your kids are looking like, mom is X, Y, and Z, trust me. My kids be like, here's mom. I'm like, nope. Guess what? Even while I was on active duty, I empowered the heck out of my team members. Because I like to operate as if, like, you know what? And this is what I tell my clients, you want to get to the point where your team is able to operate and run your business or your work section without you even being there. Because at the end of the day, you get sick, something happens to you, you want to make sure that your team is trained and can perform at a level where, one, you trust them and they don't need you to be making all of the decisions. So think about the relationship that you have. Also, time. When you are in the space of a business owner, you're already at capacity with trying to maintain everything within your business. So the fact that you are taking on all the additional decision making and wanting, not empowering your team member, you don't have the time to do what you want outside of the business. The individual that I spoke to yesterday, this person shared that they want to spend more time being creative, like I shared. And you don't have that time to do that or do this special thing that you know, like brings you more joy, reduces your stress because you are still trying to be in all the things. So, as a business owner, whether you or that organization leader, I need you to really look at, am I being that gatekeeper, which is affecting my business, it affecting, my team performance, it's affecting your performance, it's affecting your quality of life. And if it is, then something has to change. And that starts with you trusting yourself, trusting your team, empowering your team. Okay. So today, I just want to share with you why gatekeeping affects your business growth and your quality of life negatively. So really look at what you're doing right now, do an assessment, and really be honest with yourself and say, okay, am I gatekeeping? Am I saying this is what I want, but I'm doing the opposite? Because I see it on social, I see it here on LinkedIn, people saying, hey, I'm here for X, Y, and Z, but then it's just all talk because they are in the position to bring in opportunities or create connections, but they don't follow through. And like I said before, I am that person. Don't tell me you're going to do something and not follow through. Don't be in a position where you can pull in X, Y, and Z individuals, but you're not doing it, but you're showcasing that this is what I'm here for, but you're not doing it. So as a business owner, if you are in that position and you would love to get support to really free yourself from being that person, the go-to person for everyone, or everyone have to come to you for decision making, then I can help you. And before I go, even I was looking for some pens that I want to create because I'm actually doing a vendor event for Veterans Day on Monday here in my location. And I was going out trying to find a company to find that can actually produce, because I'm looking to do more local instead of buying with the big organizations, because I want to really focus on giving back to my community in that sense. And the conversation that I had with the woman CEO, and she talked about, because she asked what do I do? I told her, and she was like, man, I could use your help, because I feel like all of my team members that they feel like they have to come to me for the decisions, and she wants them to be empowered. And sometimes we feel like we're empowering our team members and we're not, because of how we're leading. So really take a self-reflection and look at your stuff, say, how am I leading? Am I giving my people the space and opportunity for them to understand and know that, hey, I empower you to make X decisions, I empower you to do X, Y, and Z while I'm not here? Do they know that? Have you verbalized that? Have you shown that to them? And are they able to do that? Because you may be saying that, hey, this is what I do, when in actuality it is the total opposite. So talk to your team members and ask those questions like, hey, do you feel empowered here? So if you are in the space of an established business owner, or you've been in an organization for a long time and you're looking like, hey, I need something different. I need a proven strategy to help me elevate how I lead myself and how I lead my team, and also increase the performance of your team overall so you can drive growth. Then I invite you to reach out to me to learn about how I can consult you to help you get to that point and get your time back so you can really focus on the things that you need to focus on as the CEO, as the leader. Okay. Well, that is it for me. If you have any questions, you can reach out. Thank you for joining in and joining me on the Lead Like the CEO show, where as a retired Air Force veteran, my passion is really about people development, organization development, and really helping you to thrive and build a healthy culture for yourself and for your team. So hashtag replay. If you're watching this later on, share this with a friend, share it with a business owner. And if you have any questions, you can drop it in the chat. If you don't want to drop it in the chat, you can definitely send me a private message with any questions that you may have. And like I said, you can reach out to me if you would love to work with me, because I will definitely love to work with you if you are a great fit. Okay, because I'm not working with just anyone. All right, y'all. Well, happy Friday. Have an amazing day. And I will see you all next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central Time. And thank you so much for joining in on the Lead Like the CEO show. Have an amazing day.